Bonjour à tous, bonjour à toutes.
Good morning to all of you. The Tyre Syndicate on the SOLUTRANS trade fair has organized quite a few different talks on tires, innovations, services, maintenance, and today it's a day when we have a lot more drivers who come to the trade fair. We decided to have a talk on another very important part of transport, the truck drivers. So it's really very important to offer them the best possible solutions to support them throughout their journeys. They have a tough job, and we know that the quality of the fact that they have to take breaks every now and then, that's in order to make sure they ensure their own safety and the safety of other road users. So that is why I asked Truckfly to come and talk to us about their concept. And I'm very happy to have Grégoire Rosé with us. He's the CEO, and David, who is communications manager. Well, thank you very much to all of you for hosting us. So I suggest that you should explain Truckfly to us. But there's one thing that I'm quite interested in is that you call it Truckfly by Michelin. So what is the relationship between Truckfly and Michelin? Michelin, in fact, bought Truckfly in 2018, so we are now 100% owned by the Michelin Group today. And another point of interest, I drive a lot. I use the Michelin guide regularly, the red guide. I can see that, David, you're wearing red. Does that have a special meaning? Is there a link between the red of your T-shirt and the Michelin guide? Well, you're quite right to say it's a cover, if you like, that I'm wearing red, but it's really just by chance because the red Michelin guide, which has belonged to Michelin since 1950 or was created by Michelin in 1950, Truckfly, if you like, is very much within the Michelin Group's DNA, and the red guide, which is there to help people travel, which is there to offer them a service. So it's by chance that both are red, but it's a lucky chance. Chance often works out well. It's serendipitous. So tell us about your concept and the services that you provide to drivers, truck drivers, as they drive around. Well, I think you need to know that Truckfly is there to help people travel. We don't do anything without the opinion of truck drivers because we want to help them in their daily work. And what is their daily work? It's not people are often asking us what happens to them every day. Well, they have very, very difficult working times. They have the sort of Damocles above their head which says, hurry up, hurry up. They are constantly working against time. They have safety questions, safety issues. They're often not given very much recognition. And sometimes when they have health problems, then they don't have anyone to help them. So we know that their working conditions are very difficult indeed. And you'll see that Truckfly offers them many things for that. So please, will you explain that to them? Yes, indeed. Given that context, the idea behind Truckfly is to offer them a platform, a website, and an app which helps them make their life easier. So we're going to show you a couple of videos to show you how that works. We're going to start with the app, which is available to truck drivers. So here I am. I'm a truck driver. I need to take a break, to sleep. I have Truckfly, which works with me digitally. I'm looking for a restaurant. I can see that there's one close to me. I need to know whether I can take a shower, whether there are toilets, different services. I drive over there, and a little bit like the red guide, I can add stars. I can make comments, so I can share my tips with the community. The same applies for fuel services, wash stations, and services. used in 44 countries in Europe by many thousands of users. It's a community system. You can participate. Anyone can add a restaurant as long as it's accessible to heavy goods trucks. It's not a bit like, unlike the Red Guide, which has a lot of famous inspectors who are very discreet. That's not how it works with you. The inspectors are people, everyday users. Yes, that's right. They can add places of interest, they can add their comments, and they really contribute to making sure that the information we have in our app, in our guide, is of good quality. So if a trucker adds an establishment, then the owner of the establishment can actually say, yes, this is my place. I'm going to help control the information so I can give more and more information, better quality information. So obviously, if the restaurant is shut, there's no point turning up. So information about the times, for example. So two sources of information: the drivers who judge and give their opinion, and the people who own these sites or who manage these sites who give information and add details. So yes, that's right. We're going to see in the video for the owner of the restaurant or whatever it may be. That means they can update their information. They can block information also to make sure that certain information isn't modified by the community. So let's have a look at how that works. So you have the app, which is really for the truck driver, and then professionals can go onto the website and they can create the information about their own establishment, whether you're a restaurant owner, whether it's a fuel service, a gas station, whether it's a service station, whatever it may be. You can go to truckfly.com, you can go to the owner part, and here you can see that there's a special sheet for each place. You can use your address, you can sign up, you can add the different services that you offer, the prices, the number of parking places, whether there are showers and so on. You can also update the opening hours or if you're closed temporarily, and you can also answer any comments so you can make sure you get a good e-reputation. So we really encourage as many people, professionals as possible, to sign up. It's free, it's very simple, and it means that truckers can have reliable information. So how many people do you have with you? How many countries? So in fact, there are a lot of figures up here on the screen. We're not going to spend half an hour on that, but just a few very important things to remember. More than 570,000 downloads of the app across Europe. We are present in 44 European countries. The app has been translated into 24 languages, and on average, 120,000 unique users every month. So a very big community. It's one of the big communities in Europe. And in terms of the professionals, we have about 70,000 different establishments that are on our site, mostly restaurants, parking lots, and service stations. So there's a modern way of guiding truck drivers to help them find a place which will suit them, which is really very much in Michelin's DNA since 1950 and even before. I think it was 1900 when they launched the Red Guide to help their Tyre users as they were driving along. Now, we are quite well known, but we're trying to be modest. And what is important is that we can't do anything without our users. They are the ones who always agree to what we set up, because without our users, we are nothing. That's really important. And where we can measure their satisfaction is on the stores, App Store and the Android store. You can see that on the App Store, we've got 4.8 out of 5, which is not bad for over 1,000 reviews. And on Google Play on Android, there the community is bigger. We have 6,000 reviews, and we've got 4.6 out of 5. So we are at Michelin, one of their biggest apps in Europe. And we are lucky to have very good feedback from the professionals. And one of their trade associations said we were the star app in October, and all of the information institutions, we send out a survey to make sure we're really meeting our users' expectations. And we're very proud and very touched because we're a big community, a big family. Our communities, the people who own the different establishments, it's really a lot of recognition, and we're really very happy and touched by that. Well, I think we can congratulate you. So is this the end of the road for you, or have you got other ideas to offer other services or promote other services through Truckfly? Well, it's true that in 2021 we worked with many different features, functions for restaurants and service stations, gas stations to offer them more. And in 2022 we will have something new. This because we realized that in a very tight employment labor market, job market, we could have a role to play. And we did a survey, and we got about 26,000 drivers, truck drivers, who would be interested in seeing job offers on Truckfly. So we are going to add that feature, just show you some pictures of how that will work. It's very simple. On the map, you'll be able to see the hauliers who are offering a job directly. So you can see that geographically. Then you'll also have a list view. That's quite typical for a job board. And then you can also send your application in directly through Truckfly. If you've got an updated profile with your experience on your profile, then you don't have to send a CV by email to the HR manager of whichever company it is. You can simply apply directly in a few clicks in the app. So that's for the users. And then for the companies, again, we wanted to keep it really simple, make an interface available so that they can create their job offers. They have statistics on the number of people who've seen their ad, the number of applications via our app, and also access to the CVs, to the profiles, so they can be a direct contact via Truckfly. Now, I'm wondering about that because if I think about the experience we have in Tyres, we often are looking for a lot of operators, and I'm wondering, today, operators go from one company to another, and there's a lot of turnover. We've always got the same number of missing operators. We always need as many operators on a market. Is it similar to you, or have you done something to try to really encourage the market? Well, we talk to the different trade bodies. It's a real problem with about 150,000 too few truckers in France. It's a big job. We can't do it alone. So everybody in the ecosystem, we're talking to all of them now. And we really will be a stakeholder. We'll really try to be a facilitator to attract more and more drivers to this job. Well, thank you very much. Don't know if you have anything else to add. I just wanted to add one more thing. If you want to know more about this, if you missed the talk, come and see us on the Michelin stand at SOLUTRANS, because there are some great teams there who can welcome you, some very experienced people who've organized it for you. So please don't hesitate to come and see us. We'd like to thank Michelin for having allowed us to welcome us on the stand, because we need everybody. We're there for everybody. So I think we're going to have this video is available on the SOLUTRANS site and on the social networks. Thank you very much, David, and thank you, Grégoire. Thank you, Dominique. Just to conclude quickly, the service we've just talked about, the job service, will be launched on the 1st of April 2022. So on the internet site, you can go and set up your company profile. You can't necessarily add any job offers. But for the launch, we would like the first 100 companies to sign up. They will get 3 months of free advertising for their job offers. So really don't hesitate to go onto the site, sign up your company. Thank you very much for that piece of information. Thank you. Thank you all very much.